In this video, we're going to be looking at finding percentage of amounts and also percentage increase and decrease. So finding percentage of amounts is very basic, but also very, very important. So how we do this, first of all, we convert our percentage to a decimal, and we do that by dividing by 100. So in the first question here, 19%, so I'm going to do 19 divided by 100, and that's 0.19. Then we multiply that decimal by our amount, so 0.19 times 560, and that equals 106.40. The next question then, so we have to find 8% of 250 grams. So 8, let's divide that by 100, so 0.08, then multiply by the amount, so 0.08 times 250, and that will equal 20, and our unit is grams. And that's it. Just divide by 100 to change your percentage to a decimal, then multiply it by the amount. So the next thing we'll have a look at now is percentage increase and decrease. So if we have to increase €240 by 35%, so there's two ways to do this. So the first method, we find the percentage of the amount, and then we add or take away our answer from the original amount. So let's do that first. So I'm going to find 35% of 240. So converting 35% to a decimal will be 0.35. Then multiply by 240, and that's going to be equal to 84. And we need to increase 240 by 35%. So now let's add that 84 to our original, and that is 324. Now, the second method then, we do amount times the multiplier. And to find the multiplier, so it's over here on the right, so we add or subtract the percentage from 100. So in this question, it's increase. So I'm going to do 100 plus 35 is 135. Then we convert this percentage to a decimal, so 135 divided by 100, which is 1.35. And then we multiply this now by the amount. So this is the multiplier, 1.35. So then I'm going to do 240 times 1.35. And that is the same answer of 324. Okay, and you'll see as well, as you get used to these, the second method is a lot easier because you can tell from looking at something. Like if it was, let's say, 15%, I'd be multiplying by 1.15. If I was increasing by 20%, I'd be multiplying by 1.2. Okay, so we'll have a look now at one that we need to decrease. So I'll do the two methods again. So method one first, I'm going to find 55% of 300. So 55% as a decimal will be 0.55. Then multiply by 300. And that is equal to 165. Now in this question we need to decrease, so I'm going to do 300 minus 165, and that is going to be €135. Now the second method, so let's find our multiplier. So it's decrease this time, so I'm going to do 100 minus 55, which is 45. And then let's convert that now to a decimal. So 45 divided by 100 will be 0.45. So then the amount times the multiplier, and our amount is 300. So 300 times 0.45, and that again is the same answer of €135. Okay, we'll do one last example. So we're told a laptop will cost €450 before VAT of 23%. And now VAT, that's value added tax. So that's the tax that you need to pay when purchasing items. Okay, so I'm going to do this just using method 2. So it's going to be 450 multiplied by 1.23. And then that would be equal to €553.50. So you could see there, it's an increase and it's 23%, so it's going to be multiplying by 1.23, and that's it. If I went with method 1, I would have got the exact same answer. Okay, and that's it.